Hello, friends. How are you? This is Kate Lanigan McGregor, and I am bringing you some Massachusetts real estate news for 2023. And the first thing I want to talk about is we've had a, a situation of a lawsuit going on in Massachusetts, and it's called Noselect versus MLS PIN. And essentially, to the heart of this lawsuit was the idea about compensation. So the buyers and the sellers' compensation in a real estate transaction. And there was a settlement that was approved by the court yesterday, or 2 days ago, I guess. And it is being finalized. It's finalized on January 4th, 2024. So there will be some changes to the real estate world. And basically, for our purposes, what I want to say is that compensation is identified on MLS for the buyer's broker will now be optional, and the disclosure to our sellers must be made about this optional nature. So we are disclosing more. We are creating more of a relationship, if you will, with our buyers and our sellers, and they are having more choice in how they want the transaction to go. So it sounds interesting, and it identifies a few things. Number one is that listing broke. What is the listing broker role in this? And as a listing agent, how do you communicate all of these changes with your seller? And then on the buyer side, how do you optimize your value to your buyers? So, anyways, we're going to be talking about understanding contracts. The listing agreements compensation will be unbundled, and what will that look like? And what we're doing is we're setting the stage for a successful transaction for both the list side and the buy side. We're going to be doing this through a National Association of Realtors program, which is called the Accredited Buyer Representative. It is kind of our keystone designation at the National Association of Realtors. And Agent Rising is a provider for these courses. So, anyway, when you can't count on the market, you have to count on your skills. And what this means is we're coming off of a pretty ferocious market. And now it's time to get better and dig deeper on our skills. So, one of the ways to do this is for designations. And as brokers and brokerages, the reason you should care about this is because you want to have the best, most up to date agents and practicing realtors out there possible. So, my question to you is, have you thought about bringing a designation program to your office? And, I have done this many times before. I've been involved with the brokers and, being a provider of the designations, Agent Rising, we're able to do that. However, there's a cost involved, and there's also the number of people at the seats, if you will. There's a seat number too. So you've got these two things to figure out. One is, how am I going to finance it? And then the second part is, how am I going to get all of those seats filled? So, one of the things that I am so excited to announce is the Realtor Association of Southeastern Massachusetts is scheduling an ABR, so accredited by a representative designation for brokers, owners, and managers only on October 10th. So that means it's a time for all of the brokers and owners and managers of the real estate companies across the state to become involved and understand how this is going to affect, I'm going to say, the interdependence of the companies. And then the week after, we will have it for all agents. So October 17th, there'll be an ABR for our members. So, and non-members for that matter. Anybody who wants to come can contact RASM, and I'll get to that at the end. So the reason that we're having it broken down like this is that what we have found is that if the brokers get on board and understand the value and the importance of this designation and the training that you're going to get from it, the better that it's going to be for them and for the whole industry as altogether. And of course, ultimately then for our consumers. So there will also be training videos for all that are coming included. So there'll be broker and salesperson and role playing and learning and scripts and walking through the whole process. And there'll be an exchange of communication between the brokers and the agents that are taking those two separate courses. And what this says here is, I just want to talk, bringing a designation certification program such as ABR to your office is a risk management tool that cannot be overlooked. Lawsuits filed by buyers are increasing, and they're going to generally include the brokerage as well as the agent when filed. So take the steps to educate your agents on being the very best that they can be. And here are some questions to ask yourself. Do agents understand the role and value they bring when they represent buyers? Do they effectively communicate their role to establish their roles in the eyes of their clients? Do they use the agreements, the buyer representation agreement, and in our case also the listing agreement, to ensure duties and responsibilities are outlined and compensation is established? Do they fully understand the guidance of the guidelines and the code of ethics regarding presentation and negotiation of contracts and how to make their buyer offers stronger? And lastly, do they fulfill the duties getting the transaction to the closing table in all areas, including the home inspection and the appraisal issues? So, are they walking through all those steps? Again, we're coming off of a pretty frenzied time in real estate. And are their agents aware of the compensation issues that we're facing? And here's the thing is that the last survey done on this says that more than 50% of agents do not know of these various lawsuits that are going on. And they have been going on for several years. And if I can just bullet this with you, the numerous class action antitrust lawsuits against NAR and local associations, MLS, and brokerage companies, and specifically here in Massachusetts, that's the Nozelec versus MLS PIN. The lawsuit's actually against others, but MLS PIN is settling their portion of this, and that is what we're bringing you. The ramifications of the Department of Justice suit, changes made to MLS rules and code of ethics for 2022, and how we definitely need to start flipping the script on disclosure of compensation with all clients, sellers, as well as buyers. Now, if all of this is handled incorrectly by your agents, this brings liability to your company and to them as well. So, my friends, let ABR help you. We'll train your agents in all aspects of seller and buyer representation during this course. We will make your agents aware of the changes in our business regarding compensation. We'll assist you in ensuring that quality representation is given to all of your agents. We will assist you in your risk management measures, and we will increase your referrals by giving you exemplary service to all. So for information on bringing ABR to your agents, you can enroll by going to www.rasm.realtor. Or if you want to talk about this a little further, what you can do is give me a call. My telephone number is right here. It's 508-728-3648. If you have any questions, concerns, anything, let me know. I have been involved in this industry for over 20 years. My school has been around for 15 years. I am passionate about making this the best profession possible for all of us. So let's do this together. I can't wait to see you in our class. And as I say, it's going to be an amazing program, and you will be given videos and tools and resources to take it to the next level back at your brokerage. Thank you so much. Make it an amazing day.